If you like Gilmore Girls, you have to check out this in real life Stars Hollow-esque town in California called Winters, and I'm going to take you around to some of my favorite places on a weekend trip there. Our first stop was La Trois. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's French, and I don't speak French, so please forgive me if I mispronounced it, but it is an aperitif bar. It is a sister property with a winery that's just right across the street called Berryessa Gap. So they take the wines from there, the grapes, and then they infuse them with fruit, locally grown fruit from the area, and then they make these aperitifs and they serve it at this French style cafe bar thing. It's very cute. As you saw, the piano plays itself, which is always so fun. We each got a tasting flight that was exactly the same, and so we got to sit down and enjoy that. Oh, one of the owners is a awarded cookbook writer, and that's their book right there, and it's so cool. But yes, we sat down and had a tasting flight, and it was lovely. They also gave us some I believe they're pronounced gorgères. They are like a savory cheese puff, like how you make cream puff, like prosciutto, but these are savory and they have cheese in them, and it was quite delicious with the aperitifs. We did really enjoy the tasting very much. The service was very kind, and we ended up taking a bottle home for ourselves that we are going to enjoy. They were making cocktails in this establishment, and so it was really fun to have the aperitif as part of like a fun cocktail. You're gonna see one of the cocktails they made in just a second here, but they were really refreshing and very fruity, and I can't wait to make that for myself at home. So after that, we walked over to our next appointment. It was a very jam-packed weekend, but you can see how cute this town is. Obviously, they have a lot of outdoor seating. After the pandemic, they put in a bunch of outdoor seating, but they do close this street, like their main street area, on Fridays and Saturdays, so cars can't go down it. So if you are going to the different wine bars or breweries, regular bars or restaurants for dinner, you are able to walk around on the main street without any cars, which is great. So, families can go eat outside with their kids, and there is often live music on some of the weekends. And here is their super cute park, like I promised, like Stars Hollow, with the gazebo, and that gets decorated throughout the seasons. So if you come near holidays, the gazebo in this Rotary Park will be decorated. So here's our next stop. It's Hooby's Brewery, or Hooby's Brewing, and they have craft beer that they make themselves, obviously. And we tried one flight. We got some snacks as well, which you'll see, and it was nice. We had just come off of a different tasting, so we didn't want to overdo it, so we decided to split one flight. And they have a bunch of different styles of beers that they make for their brewery, and here we are giving it a taste. I thought that we could have had some of this audio, but At this point, we were still kind of new to using the camera, so it was actually in slow-mo, and I had to speed it up in full transparency. So here are the snacks. We had the pretzels and cheese, and then they made me a special small order of the deviled eggs. And here's, if you love cornhole, you got to check out this place because they have the entire area. So here we are off for a walk after our 2 tastings, and we wanted to go check out this historic bridge that is over on the side of town, and it's really great, really picturesque. We didn't get a lot of views of the sides, but it goes above Puda Creek. And then we went off to check into our hotel. This is a newer hotel, and it is closer to the freeway, so it's not in the middle of town, but it's very close. It's super close to be able to get to all the other things in town. And I am going to start talking in the video in a second, so I'm going to go ahead and stop and let me over there talk. Okay, I'm going to turn you around and give y'all a room tour right now. We're staying at the Fairfield Inn by Marriott in Winters. So first off, it's one of those ones where you have to put the card in for the electricity. And there's like a super long hallway. It's kind of weird. And then here's like the little kitchenette, microwave. There's coffee and tea. That's my Stanley cup. Those do not come with a room. And here is the mini fridge. And then over here, it's a king-size bed, which is very nice, very cute. There's a little bedside table over there. Phone. And then on the other side, there's a little bedside table. And then there is this window, lamp. And over here, ignore my stuff. There's a TV with a desk and some writing stuff. And then there's a small little dresser thing. And then over here is where like you could hang your coat. And I've noticing this a lot lately in hotels where they have like this tiny itty bitty closet instead of a real closet. So there's that, and let's go into the bathroom, which I do like that there's like a real door. You don't see that a lot anymore. I have the fan on, hold on. I shall turn it off. Nope, nope, now we're in the dark. Okay, well you have to leave the fan on. Hello, okay. And there's a mirror, the sink. They have some complimentary amenities, or toiletries, I guess. Tissues, toilets over there. And look at the shower. I like how chic it is. It looks pretty big. And then they have the full-size shampoo, conditioner, body wash on the inside, which is nice. I like that. I like that it's eco-friendly because I never take, sometimes I'll take the shampoos and conditioners, but I'll never end up using them. And like oftentimes a conditioner is like one and then a little extra use. So this is nice. After taking a short break in our hotel, we headed back into town for dinner. I'm going to show you the gazebo at night with the lights. It is so cute. Absolutely love it. And it was just a very short walk from the restaurant we went to, which is called Preserve. We've been to this spot a bunch of times. I absolutely love it. They have so many plants, which is so nice, and it is a really nice restaurant. The staff is really kind and we always enjoy going here. They have drinks and a bar, obviously, as well as being a farm to fork table. They source a lot of their ingredients, their vegetables and stuff from local vendors and local farms. Like the bread is from the bakery up the street. We had the carbonara, which was delicious, and I had the short rib with the couscous, which was also great. And I ended up my evening having an espresso martini. I think they call it a dessert cocktail. And they allowed me to film this for you to show you how it's made, which I thought was such a nice gesture. So, yeah, here's how they make it. And they have like their in-house made syrups, and you can sit and eat dinner at the bar if you'd like to. And they have a variety of different drinks. And it was such a great time. After this, we just headed back to the hotel and called it an evening. And I'll see you for day 2. On to day 2, we had to check out of our hotel very early, and then we headed to an appointment at Upper Crust Baking. This is one of the newer businesses in Winters, and you may recognize them. They have a location in Davis, and they also can be seen at farmers markets in the Sacramento area and also in Yolo County. We did get to talk to the proprietor of this place, Lauren, who took the business over from his parents. So this is a family business, and he told us about how when the bakery was opening, the town insisted that they have donuts, and Upper Crust doesn't normally do donuts, but they ended up adding donuts to their repertoire for the town of Winters, which I thought was such an adorable concession, and a wonderful way to be welcomed into this adorable town. This is the picture of the family right there, and they have had this business in this area for a very long time. All right, let me show you some of these amazing goodies at the Crust Bakery. This vodka. The layers come from braiding the dough with the chocolate inside. Look at how cute. This tart has a berry underneath the tart filling, and it's so perfectly browned on top. Trois has apricot in it. Gorgeous. After having some bites at the bakery and some coffee, they serve Insight coffee, we headed off to one of my favorite places in Winters, which is Park Winters. We are focusing on the farm at Park Winters in this episode because there was an event on the other side. Hopefully someday I can go back there and show it to you, and let's take a look around, and I will be back to talk about it. hello from Winters. We are making this whole vlog in this quaint city this weekend, but no trip to Winters would be complete without a trip to Park Winters. It is an event and wedding venue, and they also have an inn. They also have what they call the farm at Park Winters, where they have classes. They teach you how to arrange flowers. We're about to go in and experience the dried flower arranging, but later in the spring and summer, they have a garden where you can come pick fresh flowers, and they'll teach you how to arrange those. There's a lot more exciting things coming to the farm at Park Winters, I think, but I'm not going to say anything until they announce it. But I am standing in their super cute new tea house, and it is adorable, and I think that they are going to start having some tea experiences in here, which would be so cute for, you know, like a girl's day out. So we headed into the barn, or the farm at Park Winters, and this is where they have their floral workshops. And this day was super special because it was the last dried flower arrangement experience that they were having before they switched over to fresh flowers. So if you go now, you'll be able to do fresh flowers. These flowers up here that they were drying were left over from a wedding, so they salvage what they can from weddings that want to leave their flowers behind if they don't have use for all of the centerpieces and the aisle arrangements and everything. Park Winters will hang them up and repurpose them for these experiences so that they don't just get put in the trash can, which I love. So they have a ton of different flowers for you to pick from. Like I said, some of them are left over from events that happen on property, and then a lot of the flowers are grown in the flower garden at Park Winters itself. And there's my arrangement at the end, and I was taking some pictures, and then we headed off to our next appointment. Oh, there's the busker. So this is another reason that Winters reminds me of Stars Hollow, because they have like a troubadour or a busker, and I love that so much. Okay, sorry. Here is our next appointment. We went to Berryessa Gap. As I said before, it's the sister property of the aperitif bar we went to the day before. And so Berryessa Gap is just wines, and they have a bunch of different varietals, and I will tell you that it is a very generous wine tasting. And so you definitely need to get some food in you, which is wonderful because they do sell food. They have a kitchen where they can whip you up some items, some bites to go with your wine tasting, and I highly recommend you do that because, as you can see, they give you nice tasting pours. So we had that in this lovely board, and it was so delicious. And after that, we headed off to lunch because we hadn't really eaten a whole lot for breakfast. So we wanted to have some lunch before we headed home. So we went to a local restaurant called Chuy's Taqueria, and we had some delicious food and some agua fresca, which is so refreshing on a warm day. We had chips and salsa, and my husband got tacos, and I got a burrito, but in the wet style, so it's like kind of like a enchilada style burrito. And after our tummies were full and we had hung out for a while, we headed home. So thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can see where we are more in real time. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.